Congressman Marc Veasey, you're live on Fox Local.
All right.
This is your backyard, but tell me why it's so important to take part in this event.
Because, to me, Juneteenth and us celebrating this day nationally is a long time coming. Really, just to educate people more about Juneteenth, like what it means, what it's really all about. A lot of slaves throughout the entire South really didn't know that there was an Emancipation Proclamation. What makes Texas so significant in all of this is that we were like the last state that was announced June 19th, 1865 in Galveston. But this is something that is really celebrated nationwide, embraced nationwide now, thanks to Opal and her work. And it's such a great opportunity to educate people on what Juneteenth is really all about.
What are your thoughts about Miss Opal? All of us have had experiences with Miss Opal. She's in her 90s and still, she's not out here, but she's still kicking.
Yeah.
What do you think about her?
I remember when I first got involved, Miss Opal was still in her 70s. So
it means you old, not her.
Yeah, it means I'm old now. And even before that, when I was a kid, and she would put together like the Juneteenth programs at Sycamore Park, and it was so many people out there. I wish that people could, you'd have to see it to believe it. There'd be so many people at Sycamore Park back in 1979, 1980, and we just had such a good time. So I think about just all the work that she's really put into making the holiday a national holiday, but also here locally and making Fort Worth really the center of Juneteenth nationwide. I think that is great, and I think that it's really an amazing time for Fort Worth to be on the national spotlight for something like Juneteenth. I mean, I think that this is really very positive for our city.
And I know there's going to be a national Juneteenth museum, and I mean, it's more nationally known now that it's a federal holiday. And while some people may be just enjoying the day off, talk about from you seeing it in your youth to now more people knowing about it. I was talking to D.L. Hughley about, I grew up in Atlanta, so the home of civil rights, but I really didn't know a ton about Juneteenth until I started working here. Do you think now that it is a federal holiday, it's kind of, I don't want to say in people's face more, but out there more so that the message can get spread further than Texas?
I really hope so, because the message needs to be spread further than Texas. People in places like Georgia need to understand the significance of the day. When Sherman came to Savannah in 1865, the enslaved people there did not know that there was a proclamation. And of course, the owners of the labor camps where the enslaved persons worked, they were not going to tell them. And so they didn't know. So that's why it's important that everyone embrace it and everyone know about it. And I think that Fort Worth is going to be the epicenter for this huge educational push with this museum for the country and the world to know what Juneteenth is really all about.
Congressman Marc Veasey, thank you, man.
Absolutely, thank you.
Stay hydrated.
Yes, I'm definitely going to do that.